Welcome back to the deep dive, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time talking about, you know, different medications and lifestyle changes you can make to manage your asthma.
Right.
But today we're going to be taking a look at the connection between meditation and asthma.
Meditation and asthma.
Yeah, and we're really excited to kind of dive deep into this topic and see what we can uncover.
Yeah, this should be interesting. But, we see a lot on the Asthma Friend website about, the importance of taking care of your mental health and how stress can really have an impact on asthma symptoms.
Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to, even if you don't have asthma.
Yeah,
When you're feeling stressed or anxious, it can be harder to breathe.
absolutely.
So it makes sense that if you have asthma, stress could potentially make your symptoms worse.
Exactly. And there's actually a physiological reason for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you're stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol. And cortisol is helpful in small doses, but when it floods your system due to chronic stress,
Oh.
it can actually trigger inflammation
Wow.
and make your airways constrict.
So it's like a double whammy.
Exactly.
So already dealing with asthma, and then stress comes along and just throws gasoline on the fire.
It's like adding fuel to the fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to learn more about how meditation can help manage stress and potentially even improve asthma symptoms.
Well, the Asthma Friend website actually highlights 5 potential benefits of meditation that are especially relevant for people with asthma.
5. Okay, let's hear them.
Okay, so first and foremost, meditation is a proven stress and anxiety reducer.
Yeah.
So instead of letting stress run wild, meditation can help you tap into your parasympathetic nervous system.
And
That's the system that's responsible for calming your body down.
So it's like hitting the relax button from the inside out.
Exactly.
I love that.
And this is important because, as we just talked about, stress can actually worsen those breathing difficulties. So by reducing stress, you're essentially creating a more peaceful environment for your lungs to do their thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what's the second benefit?
The second benefit is better breathing control. So through techniques like mindful breathing, you can actually retrain your lungs to work more efficiently.
It sounds almost too simple.
It does, but it's really about becoming aware of your breath
Oh.
and finding a calmer, deeper rhythm.
So you're not trying to force anything.
Mhm.
It's more about just observing the breath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not trying to control your breath, you're just noticing it without judgment. And if your mind wanders, which it will gently guide your attention back to your breath.
Oh, I get it. It's like training your mind to stay present.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Do you think that this kind of breathing practice can actually lead to physical changes in lung function?
Well, some studies have suggested that regular meditation might improve lung capacity and reduce airway inflammation over time.
Wow.
Now, this is still an area of ongoing research,
Okay.
but the initial findings are very encouraging.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible to think that calming the mind could actually have a positive impact on the physical functioning of the lungs.
Right, and that brings us to the third benefit, which is better sleep.
Ah, sleep. That's a big one for me.
Yeah, especially for people with asthma.
Yeah.
Because we know that good quality sleep is essential for overall health, including respiratory health.
And I know that when I don't get enough sleep,
Yeah,
my asthma symptoms tend to be worse.
absolutely. When you meditate regularly, you're essentially training your mind to quiet down,
Oh.
which can make it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep.
So it's like creating a more peaceful internal environment for sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you're well rested, your body is better equipped to handle stress and manage those asthma symptoms.
That makes sense. Okay. So we've got stress reduction, better breathing control, and better sleep. What are the last 2 benefits?
All right, so the fourth benefit is emotional well-being. Now, this is something we don't always talk about enough, but
Yeah.
living with asthma can be emotionally challenging.
It can be.
There's no doubt about it. But meditation can help you cultivate a sense of peace and mindfulness
Okay.
that can help you navigate those feelings of frustration or anxiety that can come with asthma.
So it's about building resilience.
Yeah,
It's about building resilience from the inside out.
I love that.
Okay. And the 5th benefit?
The fifth benefit is an enhanced sense of control.
Oh.
So when you can calm your mind and manage your stress, you naturally feel more empowered to take charge of your health.
Right. It's not about magically eliminating asthma.
Right.
But it's about giving you the tools to manage it more effectively.
Exactly. It's about taking control of your asthma journey.
And living a fuller life.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And the great thing is that there are so many different meditation techniques out there.
Oh, yeah.
So you can find what works best for you.
I'm excited to hear more about that.
We'll dive into some specific techniques in a bit, but first I want to make sure we're clear on one thing. While meditation can be incredibly beneficial for managing asthma, it's not a replacement for your prescribed medications or your doctor's advice.
Oh, of course not.
It's a complementary tool.
Right.
Something to add to your existing treatment plan.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's not an either-or situation. It's about incorporating meditation into a holistic approach to managing your asthma.
Exactly.
Great. Okay, well, now that we've laid that foundation,
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into the nitty-gritty of actually practicing meditation.
Right, let's do it.
Let's hear it.
There are some really simple techniques that you can start with right away.
Awesome. I'm all ears.
No.
All right, so we've talked about all the amazing benefits of meditation for asthma, but I have to admit, I'm still a little bit lost.
Oh,
Like, where do you even begin?
I know it can seem a little overwhelming at first,
It does.
but trust me, it's easier than you think.
Okay.
Let's start with something super simple. Mindful breathing.
Mindful breathing.
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
I think so.
It's-
This is just like paying attention to your breath?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Wow.
You don't need any special equipment or training.
Okay.
Just find a comfortable position, close your eyes if you like, and bring your awareness to your breath.
All right.
Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the coolness of the add, the warmth of the exhale.
So you're not trying to control your breath, you're just observing it.
Exactly. You're just observing your breath without judgment.
Okay.
And if your mind wanders, which it will gently guide your attention back to your breath.
Got it. It's like a mental workout.
Kind of. It's about training your mind to stay present.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Are there any other techniques that you think might be helpful for people with asthma?
Oh, yeah, definitely. One that's particularly interesting is called humming bee breath, or Brahmari Pranayama.
Humming bee breath.
Yeah.
What is that?
So you gently close your ears with your fingers, close your eyes, and then you make a soft humming sound as you exhale.
I've never heard that before.
It might sound a little strange,
It does.
but that humming vibration can really help to calm your nervous system and release tension.
Interesting. I'll have to try that one. What about visualization?
Visualization is another great technique.
Okay.
Guided visualization can be incredibly powerful for people with asthma.
How so?
Well, imagine yourself in a peaceful, calming environment,
Okay.
like a beach or a forest or a mountaintop.
Mhm.
And as you visualize this place, pay attention to the details, the colors, the sounds, the smells.
I love that.
There you
It's
go.
like taking a mini vacation for your mind.
Exactly. And as you immerse yourself in this visualization, notice how your breath naturally becomes slower and deeper.
Oh, wow.
It's like your body is mirroring the peacefulness of your mind.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm realizing now that I tend to hold a lot of tension in my chest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even realize I'm doing it.
I think a lot of people do that,
Yeah.
and that's where body scan meditation can be really helpful.
Body scan meditation.
Yeah. So you basically lie down and systematically bring your awareness to different parts of your body,
Okay.
starting with your toes and moving upwards. And as you focus on each area, you notice any sensations, warmth, coolness, tingling, tightness.
So it's about becoming more aware of your body.
Exactly. And as you become more aware, you can consciously choose to release any tension you're holding.
That's a great idea. I think I need to try that one too.
Yeah, it's a really good one. So, we've talked about a lot of different techniques,
We have.
and they all sound great in theory,
Yeah.
but I know that one of the biggest challenges people face is finding the time to actually meditate.
That's true. I'm always so busy.
Me too. But here's the thing, you don't need to meditate for hours on end to reap the benefits.
Really?
Even just 5 minutes a day can make a difference.
5 minutes. That's it?
That's it. Consistency is more important than duration.
Okay.
Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't brush for an hour, you brush for a few minutes, but you do it every day.
Right.
The same principle applies to meditation.
So it's about making it a habit.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be this big formal thing. You can incorporate mindfulness into everyday activities. Like when you're showering, pay attention to the sensations of the water on your skin.
Oh, okay.
Or when you're eating, focus on the taste and texture of your food.
Mm.
Or when you're waiting in line at the grocery store, take a few mindful breaths.
I like that. It's about bringing that awareness to the present moment no matter what you're doing.
Exactly. And you might be surprised by how these little moments of mindfulness can accumulate and really make a difference in your overall well-being.
That's really encouraging to hear. I think sometimes people are hesitant to try meditation because they think it's too woo-woo or that they need to be spiritual to benefit from it.
I get that. But at its core, meditation is simply a mental training practice.
Oh, okay.
It's about training your attention and cultivating awareness, just like you would train your muscles at the gym.
So you don't have to be a yogi or a monk to meditate effectively.
Not at all. It's accessible to everyone, regardless of your background or beliefs.
That's great to know. And there's actually a growing body of scientific evidence demonstrating the benefits of meditation.
It's not just some mystical thing.
Right? It's backed by science.
Exactly.
Well, I'm definitely feeling more inspired to give meditation a try now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
And I'm also really excited to hear from some real people in the Asthma Friend community who have incorporated meditation into their lives.
Oh, yeah, me too. We're going to be talking to some Asthma Friend members in the next segment.
Awesome. I can't wait. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. In this final segment, we're going to be hearing from some real people in the Asthma Friend community.
Yeah, we're going to get into the personal stories from people who have actually used meditation to manage their asthma.
I'm excited to hear these stories.
Yeah.
It's one thing to talk about the science and the techniques,
Right.
but it's another thing altogether to hear from people who have experienced the benefits firsthand.
Exactly. So first up, we have Sarah. Sarah was diagnosed with asthma as a child, and she really struggled with anxiety and feeling like her condition was controlling her life.
That must have been really tough.
It was. She tried different medications and treatments, but she was still feeling overwhelmed.
So how did she discover meditation?
Well, a friend of hers suggested that she try mindful breathing just for 5 minutes each day.
Just 5 minutes.
Yep. Sarah was skeptical at first,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but she was desperate for anything that might help her feel less anxious.
But she gave it a shot.
She did. And she was amazed by how quickly she started to feel a shift.
Really?
Yeah, her anxiety levels decreased and her breathing felt easier.
Wow.
It wasn't a magic cure.
Right.
It was a huge step in the right direction.
That's so encouraging to hear. And it's a good reminder that even small, consistent efforts can make a big difference.
Absolutely. All right, so next up we have David Zayed. David had been struggling with asthma for years, and he had tried all sorts of medications and treatments with very little success.
That's so frustrating. I can't imagine how discouraging that must have been.
It was, and he was really starting to lose hope.
Ah.
But then he stumbled upon guided visualization techniques.
How did that happen?
He was just doing some research online looking for alternative therapies, and he came across a website that talked about guided visualization.
Okay.
He was skeptical at first, of course,
Yeah.
but he was willing to try anything at that point.
So what kind of visualizations did he practice?
He started with simple visualizations of peaceful environments,
Like what?
like a quiet beach or a lush forest,
Yeah.
places that evoked a sense of calm and tranquility. And he found that immersing himself in these mental images really helped him to relax and release the tightness in his chest.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible how powerful the mind can be.
It really is. And over time, David found that his asthma symptoms became less frequent and severe.
Wow. So he was actually able to see a real improvement in his asthma.
He was.
Yeah.
And he was even able to reduce his reliance on medication.
That's incredible. What a success story.
It is. All right, so our last story comes from Maria. Maria had lived with asthma for most of her life, and she had learned to cope with her symptoms. But she still experienced flare-ups that really impacted her quality of life.
Oh yeah, flare-ups can be brutal.
They can. So how did Maria get into meditation?
Yeah.
It was actually a friend who introduced her to loving-kindness meditation.
Loving-kindness meditation.
Yeah, it's a type of meditation where you focus on cultivating feelings of love and compassion.
Oh, wow.
Maria was a little hesitant at first.
Hey, I can see why.
It was a new concept for her,
Right.
but she was intrigued by the idea of cultivating kindness both towards herself and others.
So she decided to give it a try.
She did. And as she practiced loving-kindness meditation, she noticed a shift in her overall outlook.
How so?
Well, she started to feel more accepting of herself and her condition,
Okay.
and she found that her asthma symptoms actually became less bothersome.
Really?
It was as if the act of cultivating kindness had a ripple effect, easing not just her mind, but also her physical discomfort.
That's beautiful. I love that story.
Me too. It's so inspiring. And, these are just 3 examples of the many people in the Asthma Friend community who have found relief from asthma through meditation.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to hear these stories because They show that meditation isn't a one-size-fits-all solution,
Exactly.
but it's a diverse set of tools that can be tailored to individual needs and preferences.
Absolutely. And while the specific techniques and experiences may differ, there's a common thread running through all of these stories,
What's that?
a sense of empowerment and hope.
I love that. Meditation isn't about magically eliminating asthma,
Right.
but it's about equipping yourself with tools to navigate the challenges and live a fuller life despite the condition.
Exactly. It's about taking an active role in your health and well-being.
And that's a message that we're really passionate about here at Asthma Friend.
Absolutely.
We believe that everyone deserves to breathe easy, and we're committed to providing resources and support to help people achieve that goal.
That's right.
So if you're curious about meditation, we encourage you to explore the techniques we've discussed today and see what resonates with you.
Yeah, and remember, you can find more information and resources on the Asthma Friend website.
And we also have a vibrant online community where you can connect with other people who are exploring meditation and share your experiences.
So check it out.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of meditation and asthma.
It's been a pleasure.
I hope you found it informative and inspiring.
And remember, you have more power over your asthma than you might think. Take a deep breath, find your calm, and keep breathing easy.
Great advice. And don't forget to rate and review our podcast on Apple Podcasts and anywhere else you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, your feedback helps us reach more people and spread the word about the benefits of meditation.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today.
Until next time.
Stay well, everyone.